Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Dust Off. So I've got a video to sort of kickstart you guys for the year of 2019, okay? So, in essence, this video is going to be how to go from having no jobs to one job to two jobs, okay? For specific steps on how to get to your first job, all I'm going to do is direct you to my Indeed walkthrough, which is just a website that I use to show you guys just my unique search criteria and a couple other things just to get you a for sure job. And it went as deep as like applying for like 50 jobs a day, okay? So it's a for sure way to do it. And if you want to see a specific way to do a 0 to 1 job in under a week, that's how you can do that, okay? So I'm going to take the fact that most people for the year of 2019 are at least working one job, okay? Especially my audience, which is like primarily, you know, adults, okay? So with that being said, you have one job, how can you fill your plate, okay? So the number one thing that's wrong in my life right now is that I can't work enough, okay? And I'm working a lot. I work well over 11 hours a day, and then I still find time to manage real estate and social media and my army life. I mean, I do a lot, and I'm still thinking to myself, I don't work enough, all right? So I'm just gonna jump into it. Here's the thing. If you're working one, let's say 9 to 5, okay, it's roughly 8 hours. What you can do is find yourself a night job. All right, and it's just one thing. You can also do Uber, you can do DoorDash. There's just like too many things to do, okay? But I'm gonna go with a secondary job being a night job. Most people are qualified to work nights, and most people have a vehicle to get to and from. If you live in the city, you can take public transportation. So I mean, if you're working 9 to 5, you'll probably wanna pick up hours that are roughly 6 to 12, okay? And you're gonna wanna get really good at your first primary job, because a secondary job, see, most people think once you have two jobs, you don't really care about your first. You don't, you know, most people just take the second job as a comfort zone, and it's not. It's designed, really what it's designed for is to get you motivated, okay? To get you to the point where you're thinking to yourself every day, I have to work and I have no other time, okay? If you do that for like a quarter of a year, you'll see a change in yourself, okay? And you'll see a change in your income, which is really the point of this video, okay? You want to see a change in your income. If you want to work 14 hours a day, no one's going to stop you from doing it. I guarantee you. If you go on Indeed and you apply for 40 to 50 jobs a day, $15 and above, plus nights, you know, that search criteria is going to come back and it's going to give you a job probably in less than a week. Granted, how experienced you are and everything like that. All right. But with that being said, guys, let's say you do have a secondary job, all right, and you're doing really good already. You've already worked 2018 two jobs. You know, you see your income's really well. You're working a lot. My advice to you would be Uber, would be DoorDash. But if you're not looking for a third source of income, then I'm going to direct you towards what you want to do in the long run. So for me, I do real estate, I do social media. So I do job one, job two thing along with real estate and social media because I can manage that. I really don't have a problem doing that every single day of my life. Okay, and that's the mentality that I built over probably 2 years. You know what I mean? But after like 4 months, it became, I saw a noticeable difference in myself because I was working so hard. Now, if you guys go back and look at my videos, I don't have any videos in 2017, but my trajectory of life from 2017 carried over into 2018. So a lot of that stuff you see is pretty much the same stuff that was happening to me throughout the half of 2017. All right, such as going from job to job. You know, I had companies lie to me about making $2,600 a month, and that's a lot of money to lie about. Okay, coming from real companies, coming from people who you think really don't lie to you, it happens. I mean, so just be ready for the grind. Okay, just be ready. Even though you are going to get a second job, more than likely, just know, hey, some things don't work out. I mean, I'm a really decent guy. I don't like to fight at work, but I caught myself one day, and it was an argument between me and a coworker, and I caught myself one day from actually hitting a coworker, is the way to put it. And that argument still led me to walk off the job, and I sort of just regained my mental strength and pushed through to another job. flip that scenario around in a week and was working somewhere else. You know what I mean? So just be prepared. Things don't really always work, which is a good thing. If it's not going to work and it happens within a week, thank God, man. You know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is find out you're working towards something that's sort of like an illusion, okay? It's sort of like not really worth working towards, because in the end, someone else or something else ruins it for you. I know how it is. I know certain things get in your way in life. And yeah, so with that being said, guys, you want to work a lot. You don't really want to take the time off, because, you know, throughout the course of 2018, this is a fantastic time to make this video, because you can really, everyone's gauging themselves in the same way. You look at yourself in 2018 and just sort of take missing pieces that you know happened in your life and fix them. And if you want to do it, you can. So for me, in social media, I noticed that I could probably reach more people, but I wasn't. I wasn't taking a step more that I could do. Okay, and that's why for 2019, when I'm just aiming for a certain amount of people, I've already figured out strategies, and you guys, I've uploaded sort of like the YouTube and Facebook algorithms, you know, to do with your title and things like that, your video, and how you're going to project that out to people, okay? So I've noticed in myself, just in pretty much the end of 2018, the little things that I'm doing to sort of gauge more people are working, okay? And people are really caring sort of about what I do in my videos. And it's more or less the way that I talk, it's more or less the way that I upload, and like I said, the algorithms that I follow, and how I do that, okay? So if you guys are working the two jobs, right, it's probably going to be like a Monday through Friday for job one, and job two, you can sort of do nights, or I'm going to bring this to a different crowd of people. So not everyone is going to be here for the money grind, okay, and I understand that. So just to get more money in your pocket, let's say that's what you're aiming for, I would take job one, Monday through Friday, whatever hours, 9 to 5, however you're doing it, and then I would take a secondary weekend job. And I'm not saying this can't be Uber, this can't be DoorDash. That's probably one of the best ways to do that. And I don't think those guys hire unless you're 25 or over with a really good driving record. So just be careful about that with Uber, just so you know. Postmates, same thing, really good driving record. DoorDash probably can get away with doing it on a bike, depending on how your climate is, for most of the year. I mean, so if you're going to do the weekend sort of thing just for more income, that's what I would go with. I would go with something that's really fast, and you can probably do it on your own terms. Because you'll find yourself working weekends, and then after like 6 months, 90% of the people will end up doing it sometime during the week, okay? And that's really good. Same thing if you're working a normal job on weekends. People 90% of the time tend to pull more hours during the week because they've already gotten used to 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and then 9 to 5 working for someone else on the weekends, so they work more for that secondary person. It's just how life is. It's just how your mentality works. So your mind works like a ladder, okay? And with that being said, the higher you get, picture it this way, the more things you do in life, the more resilient you get. And that happens to everybody, no matter if it's a bad scenario and let's say you lose a family member. I'm not saying the secondary family member that you are, probably going to lose is easier to sort of come by, but you sort of get an understanding of how it feels, and it's just, like I said, it's the resiliency part of your brain that works really well and tends to really work really well with money grind. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video here because I have a lot of editing to do today, guys, so I really don't want to take up your time as well. If you guys need anything, please let me know. Private message, anything you want to do, you can do it. Okay, have a fantastic year, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Dust off official. Thank you.